Okay, hello. I am here playing golf with your friends with my sister Holly, and today we are going to talk about learning from lost friendships. Friends that we have lost, maybe reasons that we lost them, I don't know, and what we have learned from those experiences. So feel free to comment, like this video, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, please. Follow us on our socials, I have them linked below, and let's get on to it. Alright, hello?
Hi.
Hi, okay, so today we are supposed to be talking about learning from lost friendships.
Yeah.
Alright, so you ready for this? You go first because I have a feeling that you have way better stories.
Oh my gosh, I have so many, I don't even know. I can't even, some of them I can't even, sum up what I learned from them.
Right.
At least not anything meaningful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Learned who not to trust with your boyfriend?
Yeah. Learned that she's a bitch. Learned that...
Yeah. Learned that I hate them.
But, hold on.
Okay, there is no reason for this behavior. What are you doing? Alright, stop moving.
Sorry. Let's see. My first... Okay, so there's one. I'm trying to start, young and, as I get older.
Yeah.
But one of them actually was somebody who was my best friend in second grade. We hung out a lot and, we were really close, but she just kind of moved, which wasn't really a big deal. She ended up going to the town over and we just lost touch and it wasn't a problem. But then in high school, I saw her again and I was hanging out with two of my friends, Steve and Steve.
I cannot believe you got a hole in one on that.
Me?
Sorry. Yes. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I actually don't even know how I did that. I just jumped over the thing. So...
Did you say you and Steve?
I was hanging out with my friends, with two of my friends, Steve and Steve, yes.
Oh, okay.
And it was at a football game, and I ran into her, and I was wearing jeans. I was wearing jeans and a hoodie. It was October. It was cold outside. You know what I looked like in high school, right?
Yep. Obviously, I lived with you. Well, yeah. No, I didn't. I lived on my own, but, I saw you often enough.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was kind of at your house all the time. I was obsessed with baby Matthew.
Yeah.
But yeah, so so we were at the high school game, and I was hanging out with those two, and I ran into this old friend. And I was excited to see her, because I was like, oh my gosh, I literally haven't seen you since second grade. How have you been? We had a perfectly pleasant conversation. And then someone told me that, after I walked away, she said, I look like I grew up to be a slut.
Wow! What a nice thing to say.
I know! And, personally, I'm not going to slut shame. If somebody's a slut, good for them. Have fun with
yeah.
That. But,
enjoy your sluttiness.
Yeah, but I was I was a little offended because I was like, wow, what about that? What makes you think I look like, I don't know. So that was actually really cool. But you just rolled down the middle.
I know, that was really fun.
So I was like, all right, I don't know where that came from. So I asked her, I just messaged her on MySpace and I'm like, I have a question. What made you think that? And she just got so defensive. She was like, it doesn't matter. She's like, I have my opinions, and my opinions are my opinions, and I'm allowed to have them. And I was like, whoa, holy shit.
Okay then.
I don't know if, there's no defining characteristic of, physically of somebody who's promiscuous, but, I wasn't wearing anything especially provocative. I was hanging out with two guys, but...
Yeah, well, obviously that'll do it. You can't be friends with two guys at the same time, sorry.
I guess.
It's the law. Why don't you get one
I
of
have
the
no
fans
idea
and
where
sit
I'm
in front of
going. Do you know where I'm going?
them?
Is it up?
Yeah, you have to go up just a little. Don't go up too far. Like you have to go just over the hump.
Okay.
What, babe?
Um,
I meant you can bring one down here because it's already cooler down here. Or go sit in the
Dang it.
basement for a few minutes because it's cool down there. Or take a cold shower.
ooh, cold shower. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm in the
Yeah.
right spot now. So, yeah, there was that, and that was. I mean, I guess that wasn't really a lost friendship because we hadn't spoken in, gosh, like probably 8 years at that point. But
Oh,
like,
wow.
still, I was a little offended.
Right.
So that one I lost a friendship because I was friends with guys, I guess. And then that was just my moment of like, okay, just because you're friends with somebody as a kid doesn't mean you're gonna like them as you're older. Like when you
Right.
get older, they could turn out to be, you know, whatever that was. And then the next time I temporarily lost friends,
That
this
one,
was dramatic.
this was bad. And like, I love your friends, but I was mad at them for a lot of years for this.
Yeah. So it took a long time for things to get back to like normal
Yeah.
after this. So I have these two best friends. I could probably say their names because they
Yeah,
probably
because,
wouldn't care.
yeah, they know.
But I'm just not going to.
Right. Yeah, because I feel like one of them is way too sensitive and would get.
She still
She
feels
would.
bad about
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna say
She's
she would
such
feel
a
like she
sweetheart,
had to
she
like
still feels-
send you an apology package.
Yeah.
You would get like 6 gift baskets because
Yeah,
she's
she's-
just too sweet.
The most sweet, kind human. And
Yeah,
I don't wanna,
she is an
I don't want to
angel.
make her feel bad
Right.
unnecessarily.
Even though
so
she
let me-
probably
yeah.
doesn't even know this channel exists.
No, but you know, just in case.
Yeah, just in case she ever found out.
So yeah, I'm going to start by saying that these people are literally still my friends today. Like,
Yes, they are sweethearts.
no hard feelings.
Yes.
But I was friends with this one girl whose name starts with an A. We became friends in like first grade, but we became best friends in second grade. And best friends, like those best friends that do every single thing together.
You never saw one without the other.
Yeah, always at each other's houses. You know, just all of our first, like my first kiss, my first dance, and you know, just all that. Like she was there for it. Just, you know, all that.
Yeah.
So we became best friends in second grade, and then in third grade, one of her other best friends was in our class, whose name also starts with an A. You know what? I'm just gonna say Autumn and April.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
continuing to say
keep
A's
yeah,
is gonna
keeping
annoy
the 2 A's might be
Um,
Autumn and April.
So my friend Autumn, I met her in second grade. We became best friends, totally inseparable. And then in third grade, her other best friend, April, who lived on the same street as her, and they'd been best friends since kindergarten, was in our class. So she introduced me to her, and instantly, me and her were best friends.
Yeah.
Actually, we became best friends because we were up on monkey bars, or like I was trying to climb up on the monkey bars. You know how like everybody sits on top of them, and I was scared to do it. And she basically like, in the most kind way, bullied me into doing it. Like she's like, oh stop! You can get up here. You know you can. Like stop being
Grab a
scared.
ice
It's not
pack,
that big of a deal. Until eventually I get up on the monkey bars. But yeah, so we became best friends at that point. And so then me and Autumn and April were completely inseparable.
All 3 of them for years. I mean, it was
Like-
always the 3 of them.
Yeah, like people knew us as 3.
Yeah, like they
But there
were
was
the trio.
there was also Shannon
Yeah, but she came later, didn't she?
in 4th grade.
Okay.
So not really later. Because she became our best friend in 4th grade actually because she became friends with April, and April invited her to jump rope with us.
Ah.
And yeah, and so then Shannon and like just a few weeks later invited us all to a sleepover at her house, and after that sleepover we were all just instantly bonded. So they became like my best friends. We were always together, always doing things together. I think the reason why Shannon is sort of not always in like the trio, like in the, you know, group mind is simply because she lived in the country, and she wasn't really allowed to do stuff after school.
Yeah, she didn't come over all the time like they did.
Like, yeah, like we were always hanging out with her in school, and we would have sleepovers with her, and she was just as much one of our best friends, but she just wasn't always around, like,
Yeah.
we all worked together.
Like
outside
now
of school.
we all know her. Like we,
Yeah,
went to her
yeah, exactly.
baby
Went to her
showers.
son's-
Did we go
Yeah.
to, or birthday parties, or
I think a couple of them. Like,
yeah, something.
But yeah, so so then in 6th grade we met another one of our friends, Megan. I can use more names in this story in this video.
Oh, I'm gonna
It's a
try.
different subject.
I'm gonna try.
So yeah, I know you try. So anyway, by 6th grade, it was Autumn, me, April, Shannon, and Megan who were inseparable. But like it was me, Autumn, and April for outside of school.
Yep.
Like, always together, always hanging out, always running around the streets together, best friends. So eventually, in 6th grade, because when you get into middle school, everybody wants to be like popular. They want to have like the cool clothes. They want the cool girls to notice them.
You want to wear
boys
makeup.
to like them. You want to wear makeup. Yeah, like all that stuff, right? So, I was always different than Autumn and April in a
Yeah.
very glaring way, where like they were outgoing.
Mhm.
They had like cool clothes.
Yep.
you
Really
know,
girly.
Yeah, they were really like a lot more like girly than I was, and
I don't know, but don't
It
do
was-
it right now, please. I'm
they
trying to
were-
record. Now's not the time.
they were there was a difference, and they were always the ones that were like friends with everybody.
Lucas,
I was
put
just
it
kind
away.
where I would just kind of become friends with people because they were.
Yep, exactly.
And actually, I forgot to mention, in 6th grade we were also best friends with this girl named Amy.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her.
Yeah, we were all really, really close with her too. She actually hung out with us just as much.
Yeah, she did. She even came
and-
to our house.
Yeah, she spent a lot of time with us. And she also lived in town, so she got to be like with us,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah, all the time.
So we, in 6th grade, we were able to hang out around town and stuff, and we all kind of had a good 6th grade year where we didn't get picked on, we didn't get bullied, we were friends with a lot of like really cute guys, I guess, and like it was just kind of a nice year for all of us. But then, after 6th grade, this new girl moved in near Autumn and April on the same street as them. And I didn't live near them. I actually lived like on the outskirts of town. I just always was at their house. Like I always got driven over there.
Okay, what is my problem?
I know, I'm having trouble with this one. There you go, just blame yourself over. So anyway, this girl lived like actually right between their houses, like on the street, right between them. And she moved at the end of 6th grade. And instantly, people thought she was so cool. I don't know what it was. I mean, like, no offense to her. Like, she's gorgeous and she's, really like bubbly and friendly and stuff. But there was
It's
just
because she
something
was
about
new.
her.
It was because she
Yeah,
was new.
She was new.
She was the shiny
And
new
just-
toy.
Instantly, people like were drawn to her. They wanted to be best friends with her, and she lived near my friends, so they were the first people that she met and she became friends with.
Mhm.
So anywhere she went, she was going to be taking them. So after 6th grade, the summer between, there was like this lull where I didn't really see my friends that often, which was weird because we literally spent all of our time together. But they had been hanging out with this new girl. And I was starting to get a little jealous, but I just wanted to be friends with her too. Like I just wanted to be a part of it.
Yep.
I hate those balls up there. They look so gross.
Yep. I'm trying not to look at them.
And so eventually one day I get a call from this girl. I get a call from all three of them. Like, the first it was this new girl, and she was just like, "Hi, how's your summer going?" And I was like, okay, how's your summer going?" And she's like, "Oh, really, really good." she's like, well, these, like, Autumn and April are here, and they kind of have something that they want to talk to you about. And I was like, okay. So she puts them on the phone, and first it's Autumn, and she's like, she was like, hey, well, like, I have to tell you something. And she was just like so hesitant and so scared, and because that's who she is. She didn't want to be mean. She didn't want to make me sad.
Yeah, she's not somebody who likes to make people sad. She does everything in her power to not, even as an adult.
Yeah, she just wants everybody to be at peace and happy and loving each other. Like, that's who she is. So she is just like, I can tell that there's something wrong because she's like trying to say something and can't get it out. And eventually I just hear her go, I can't. And she hands the phone to April, and April and Jessica are like giggling. And I'm like, what is going on? And then April's like, so Jessica says if we want to be popular, we can't be friends with you anymore, so we're not going to hang out with you anymore. And they all just start I don't know if Autumn did, but they both just start cracking up and then hang up the phone. And I was like, what the hell?
Yep.
Like, yeah, like I hung up the phone and started sobbing. Just
It was bad. It was bad.
And I literally started like scratching their faces out of pictures. Like,
she did.
Which I regret doing now.
Yeah, she did. Her pictures were all crossed, and they had a lot of pictures.
Yeah, there was a whole photo album.
Mm-hmm. There was black over them and scratched out.
And so I just, but then like part of me at the same time like didn't believe that it was gonna stick. Like I assumed school would start and everything would go back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
So like a month later, school starts, and I walk up to Autumn at her locker, and I'm like, hi. Just like so timidly, just like, hey, this girl who's been my best friend since like first and second grade, And so I assumed like I can just make things go back to normal now that we're back in school.
Right.
Oops.
Oh, what the heck did I just do?
I totally missed.
Gizmo, quit eating my plant.
And anyway, so I go up to Autumn at her locker and I'm like, hi, and she's just like, oh, hey. And then she kind of like looks over my shoulder and is like, oh, I gotta go over here, somebody's calling me. And I'm like, okay. And then she just didn't come back, didn't speak to me again, so I took that hint. And then that year was actually the year that I started dating my first boyfriend, and I became like really, really close with Shannon and Megan, and the three of us kind of became like a
trio,
thing. Like,
yeah.
Like we were known as like the three that were always together. Then I also became friends with my ex's best friend, and we bonded, and so that actually, I mean, it was bad, but that was actually like a really good year for me to like kind of find myself outside of them.
To branch out a little bit.
And like I actually, because I had been trying so hard to like wear the cool clothes and like be this person, and it wasn't working for me, obviously. And that was the year that I kind of like, they were weird and dorky, and I embraced my weird and dorky, and we had a lot of fun together, and it was just like really, really cool. And I remember watching Autumn and April, but especially Autumn, throughout that year. And there's just this one moment that always sticks out in my head that was like the perfect metaphor for, like, it was the moment when I knew that eventually we were going to end up like becoming friends again. She wasn't going to stick with this, was because she was walking with these two like popular girls, and it was during
Luke, I want you to quit. You're going to mess up those batteries. Put those back now. Go ahead, I'm listening.
It was during an indoor recess. So I remember Autumn was walking with these two girls, and a basketball came flying at them out of nowhere, and one of the girls like just was totally like just looked over at the ball and like rolled her eyes. Like, it was so annoying that ball almost hit them. And I don't want to mock this girl. Actually, this girl's not even alive anymore, so that was mean. But
oh no.
Yeah. It's really sad. But and she was just a kid. Obviously, I'm not going to fault her for how she was as a kid, but that's kind of what it was. She kind of rolled her eyes in like, ugh, kind of way, you know?
Yeah.
And the other girl just kind of like laughed and like stepped over to the side. But Autumn did like this like, whoa, like exaggerated like Autumn, you know, like
Yeah,
animated,
yeah.
whoa, the ball's flying at us and like laughed kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh no, she doesn't fit in with these people. Like she's way
Right.
too much fun for these people. Like she's too quirky. They're
Yeah.
gonna bore. Which,
Oh,
you know,
absolutely.
and like I just remember at that exact moment, I was like, my Autumn is still there.
Yeah.
So then, but like I just spent that year, like it was good. Like I spent that year realizing that I am weird. I am not cool and fashionable and like, you know, all of these things I was trying to be to like be cool. I was just weird me, and that was fine. And and Megan and Shannon helped me realize that.
Yep.
And of course I was dating this guy who was totally like not cool with it. But at that point, I was like, oh, you like me? Like,
Yeah, exactly. Too late for you. You already like
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, you like me, and you know, you're weird too. You just don't want to admit it.
Lucas,
because,
what do you have? Why?
Which is funny because. What's that?
But why do you have it in there? Okay, sorry, go ahead.
It's okay. So yeah, and that's like. But then the summer after that, Autumn called me up and was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Hi," and she's like, "Do you think you could meet me by Mega Video?" That was like when.
Yeah, when Mega Video still existed.
Yeah, and she's like, and I was like, "You want me to meet you there?" She's like, "Yeah. Do you think you could like walk and meet me there and we can hang out?" And I was like, "Sure." And then we met, and she just like apologized and cried and was like, "I just want to be friends with you again." And I was like, "Oh my god." I was like, "It's okay. Like you don't have to be this upset. Like I promise, it's okay." And then after that, you know, we started hanging out, and me, her, and April were just as close again. And
Yep.
then I started hanging out with Sam, and Sam helped me bring out even more weird.
Yep.
But then Autumn was trying to like. I think that was like a time for Autumn too, where she kind of discovered herself a little more, because after that she was trying to go like the polar opposite of like girly and fashionable and stuff, because she was like trying to reject that.
Yeah.
So she was trying to do like the wearing black and all that I did.
Yeah, but it
She,
really
like-
wasn't her.
It wasn't her, and I remember her telling me like, I feel like now I'm trying too hard.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, just like be yourself. Like it's fine. You can still.
Yeah,
you
because
know,
Autumn
be
is
who you
amazing.
are.
She's such an awesome person.
Yeah, and she still is like the
Yeah,
the
still
girly,
to this
cute,
day.
fashionable. Like yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like
And she's
and-
still a
and-
people pleaser and a half.
I know.
I love her so much, but she's got to quit apologizing for herself all the time.
I know.
She is so
really
awesome.
does. Yeah, but you know, she's
That's just her.
just her heart is so big.
I know,
Um,
it is.
I love her.
I
just have to take
know.
this moment.
She is. She's
but-
amazing.
Yeah, so yeah, then like, but I think that was like a good lost friendship. Like a good,
Yeah.
like even though it hurt so fucking much at the time,
Right.
it was like just something we all needed to like be
And-
away from each other for a small amount of time to figure out who we were outside of each other.
Honestly, those girls are so lucky that your sisters love them, because we are not very forgiving.
No, you're really not.
And we could have easily still to this day hated them. I don't think we could ever hate Autumn, but we could have still to this day still hated them if we wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, there was that, and then, I don't know, other lost. Well, okay, so I have other lost friendships. Like, there's Melissa, who I was friends with from
Oh, for so long.
2nd grade to 9th grade. We were best friends.
Yeah, because
Um,
she was our neighbor.
Yeah, because she was our neighbor. She was a year younger than me.
Yep,
but
that-
like we
that was
got
how they
along really
met.
well. Like the last time I hung out with her, was right after I started dating Jay.
Mhm.
She was pregnant with her oldest, and I went to her baby shower.
Oh, okay. yeah.
And when we hung out, when we started talking and stuff, we clicked instantly. Like we had never stopped being friends.
Yeah.
Like but at the same time, like I don't think we could really be as close as adults.
Yeah.
Not because of anything about her, but just because I think that like I don't know. I just don't think of her. I think that we could be like casual acquaintances, you know.
Yeah, but not super close friends. Yeah, I completely agree.
But like, I didn't really, I wouldn't really say I like learned anything from losing that friendship because it was just like kind of a gradual.
You just learn that sometimes people
You
grow
know,
apart and you can still be friendly but not super close friends.
Yeah, exactly. But then there was this other friendship, and this friendship, I'm not gonna name names, but this friendship was a roller coaster. She was toxic, but now I know why, because she actually has a legit medical condition that
She
causes
does?
her to be. Yeah, she's bipolar.
Oh.
So that explains why she was so hot and cold. Like sometimes she was one way, and other times she was a completely different way.
So I guess that means I have to
Um,
be more forgiving.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
But the thing is that when she was like, she was such a good friend when she was a good friend. Like she was encouraging, she was uplifting. I could tell her anything. She never judged me. We would have like I laughed with her like I laughed with nobody else.
I still don't like her.
I know.
Just so we're clear.
But at the same time, she would also tear me down, make me feel bad about myself, judge the hell out of me.
Yep.
She once sat at her computer talking on Messenger, asking guys if they thought I was hot just to show me that none of them did.
Yep.
Because she was trying to prove a point that I wasn't attractive. She stole my boyfriend and would like message him things and like flirt with him behind my back.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then she also was toxic to Jay, which is what ended up like ending our friendship. Like, I mean, we still talk, we're friendly now.
But you're more acquaintances than you are friends.
Yeah.
Like when you come into town, you don't rush to go visit her.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that was, but I definitely like, because with her, I feel like I learned a lot of things. But like,
Yeah.
also, it was kind of like a let go and don't try to fix this person anymore. Like, don't
Yeah.
try to fix people. Like,
100%.
just because there's good, like, she was like my abusive relationship. Like, just
Yeah.
because there's good parts of it, just because sometimes they're good to you and sometimes you guys get along and sometimes you have fun together, doesn't mean you can ignore all of the toxic things. Like, it's healthier to just let go of those people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is what I learned from her. Like, and you know, obviously, I still have like love for her as a person because I know how much good is in her. And I know, especially now that I know that she's got like that diagnosis and everything, like I get it a little bit more, but it still was not healthy for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so those were all of mine.
All right, well, I'm going to end this here and then we'll do mine.
Okay.
So hold on while I mute. Be right back.
All right.
All right, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to end this here and we'll come back and we'll do a part 2 with mine. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.